Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Please give a warm welcome to JTL's chairman, Sir John Lowe.
Well, good morning. It's great to see you all, but it's actually afternoon. So, got the first error in, and you now know that I'm fallible. When I arrived this morning, my first question was, what music are you playing when I'm going to the front? And no one could tell me. It had to be a surprise. It was. Well, maybe you all liked it. I don't know. I maybe even never noticed there was music playing. Anyway, it's a real privilege to welcome you all to this very special event this morning, this afternoon even. It's our JTL's annual celebration and recognises our outstanding apprentices. And this year we're also celebrating those who train them, JTL's hardworking teaching staff. For those who haven't met me, I'm John Lowe, the chair of the Board of Trustees of JTL. And it is really an honour to be part of this amazing organisation, such a forward-looking organisation, one that's committed to building brighter futures through skills and training and opportunity. And events like this are always a real perk of the job, a chance to come and see what's really happening on the ground and to see the best of it. And coming to a historic building like this, the Royal Armouries Museum, is a powerful reminder of why JTL exists. It's a great example of what happens when you can grow people and they succeed and they make their mark on the world. The museum is iconic, and we don't just choose it by accident. We're here intentionally, steeped in history, steeped in craftsmanship and innovation. It's one of the oldest and most significant collections of arms and armoury in the world. And if you had a chance to walk around, it's just truly amazing. And it's not just the exhibits that are amazing. The building itself is a testament to what skilled people can achieve. It was constructed in just over 2 years, from the moment they picked up a pen to do the design through to completion. And the speed and scale of this project back in the 1990s is truly remarkable even by today's standards. And it serves as a reminder of the value of skilled trades. It makes the possibility for bold ideas to become reality. And it shows how craftsmanship and precision and hard work have always shaped the world around us. Today, more than ever, those same skills are in demand. You saw the announcement yesterday, 1,500 new apprentices required for a nuclear power station. And across the country, we're facing a growing need for qualified electricians, for plumbers and tradespeople who can power homes, install systems, keep buildings safe, and quite literally keep this country running. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate and recognise the dedication and talent and drive of the apprentices who are stepping up to meet those challenges, and the skilled training officers and tutors and employers who guide and support them along the way. An apprenticeship is never a solo effort. There's at least 3 partners in the apprenticeship process. You have the learner who brings curiosity and commitment, the employer who offers real-world experience and mentorship, and the training provider who delivers knowledge and skills to help them all come together. And at the heart of this journey is ambition and drive, key ingredients for success, especially at the start of your career, when pushing forward can lead to achieving more than you ever imagined you could do. And today we're hearing stories of success, perseverance, and progress. For all our finalists and winners, this is a proud moment. And it's also just the beginning of what I know will be long and rewarding careers, fulfilling and financially beneficial. And for families and employers and tutors and training officers, everyone in this room, this is your moment too. And a big thank you. I thank you for the part that you've played in shaping these young lives and creating these journeys of hope and opportunity. So please enjoy the afternoon. Let's celebrate what's possible when people invest in skills, working together, and build futures, one apprentice at a time. Thank you.
Welcome to the 2025 JTL National Awards. First, let's take a look back at the 2024 awards.
We're here to celebrate JTL's National Awards for Outstanding Apprentices. And just remember that each one of our finalists here is present because of the drive and hunger and the good choices that you've made so far. Everybody wins just by being here today.
It's an amazing feeling. I've never been to anything like this before, and I was quite honoured when I got the call up that I got through. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. This is definitely a nice way to cap off the apprenticeship experience.
You can see all the hard work's paid off to get here, you know, all the sleepless nights and all the rest of it, trying to make sure we pass all the exams, and it's where we get to for working hard. It's nice to have both my mum and dad here, my partner here, and also my employer here as well, to recognise what we've done.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a special event. It feels like a bit of an appreciation for your hard work, to be honest, so yeah, it's nice to be here.
It's always important to celebrate apprenticeships, just to basically let everyone know that apprenticeships are a strong way of young people to get educated and further careers and create a career and a future for themselves.
What a wonderful set of finalists we had today. Fantastic group and well-deserved winners in the final.
It's been a fantastic day, very enjoyable, nice for my employers to be here and get a bit of recognition as well.
The recipient of this year's JTL National Apprentice of the Year is Chris Linton.
It's great to be recognised for all the hard work and the achievements I've got over the last 5 years.
He's proven here today that if you put in the work and you've got the support of your employer and you've got the support of your training centre and your training officer, and you can rise to the top and really succeed.
It's inspired me to keep trying, keep training, find more career paths in the electrical industry, and also just to look back on and remember that I achieved something so amazing.
Who will be this year's winner?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. What a pleasure it is to be here in Leeds for JTL's National Awards 2025. I hope you enjoyed the introductory film you perhaps saw earlier and a glimpse of what can be achieved and just some of the individuals who make it all possible. I'd just like to add my own very warm words of welcome and say how wonderful it is to see so many of you here to celebrate the success and potential of our apprentices, our teaching teams, and the many dedicated employers we work with across the country. These are the third of JTL's national awards that I've been to. I've been chief executive just over 2 years now. And JTL, I've got to say, it's a brilliant company, it's an independent training provider, and it's a charity. And that's very important in the world we work in, because everything we do goes back into the industry. JTL was formed by industry, works for the industry, and we have no shareholders and no profit to go anywhere but back into the work that we do with you. And this event exemplifies why we all do what we do. And it's an ideal place, as John said earlier, to celebrate the workforce that is quite literally powering cities like Leeds as they become hubs of economic activity, innovation, and opportunity. We've made huge strides forward recently. Our achievement rate is increasing, well over 60% and above the sector average, and it will further increase next year. We've improved the curriculum, increased the number of training officers, and opened new training centres. We've now got 16, soon to be 17. They stretch all the way from the south coast in Eastbourne up to the borders in Carlisle, and from the east in Norwich, all the way through to the west in Oxfordshire and the southwest down in Yeovil. So, of course, today isn't just about looking back and recognising achievement, although we have much to be proud of. It's also about reaffirming what matters most in our sector. Quality training delivered by committed professionals, built on real industry knowledge and held to the highest standards. Everyone here will have heard me talk about quality because it is the only way we can move forward. Electrical and plumbing apprenticeships are part of a highly regulated, safety-critical environment. There is no room for compromise. Our apprentices are training not just for jobs, but for responsibilities that affect homes, businesses, and lives. That's why the quality of what we do as a training organisation matters. And that quality starts and ends with our staff and support to those learners. To our training officer, tutors, assessors, support teams, and curriculum leaders, you are the engine room of our mission. You work tirelessly behind the scenes and in the classroom and the workshops to help every apprentice meet the standards required, not just on paper, but in practice. You bring confidence, structure, encouragement, and sometimes that all-important push when things get a little bit tough. I want to say thank you for your professionalism, for your passion, and for the sheer hard work you put in every single day. And of course, none of this works without our employers. Whether you run a small business, a growing firm, or work on the tools yourself, you're an essential part of this ecosystem. You open the door to the workplace, you share your expertise, you invest your time, and you give young people a chance to prove themselves. The apprenticeship journey is a true partnership between the provider, the employer, and the learner. And when that partnership is strong, the results speak for themselves. We have to channel that motivation and work together to deliver the improvements we need to see timely completion rates and further removing barriers to achievement. So to our apprentices, finalists and winners alike, I want to say this. You're here today because you've shown what's possible with hard work and commitment. You've chosen a path that isn't always easy, but it's one that's worth its weight in gold. An apprenticeship isn't just a route into work. It's a key to a career for life. You're learning a trade that will always be needed, always be valued, and always offer the chance to grow, evolve, and succeed. Today is a celebration of your progress, but it's also just the beginning. You are the future of the workforce and the future of the industries that we all rely on. So thank you to everyone who plays a role in making that future possible. Our staff, our employers, our learners and their families. Let's continue to raise the bar, to open doors, and to build something we can all be proud of. So I hope you enjoyed the afternoon, and congratulations to all of today's nominees and winners. And thank you very much. And I'll now hand over to Claire, our Director of Operations, to take us through the rest of the afternoon's proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and good afternoon, everyone. As it says, I'm Claire Bradley, Director of Operations at JTL and your host for today's ceremony. And to start, I'd also like to welcome everyone and express my gratitude to you all. Whatever part you play in our process, you're here because you're a member of the support network in some way. And it is the hard work of everyone in this team and involved in that network, as Chris was saying, that makes special occasions like this happen. And we're here today to celebrate some particularly exceptional people. We're going to begin by highlighting the work of our wonderful employers, whose hard work makes all of our delivery possible. We'll be acknowledging their contributions through our Employer Recognition Awards. JTL is really proud to work with over 3,800 employers right across the country, and each one of them has their own culture, their own practices, their own histories. We know that so many of our employers go above and beyond in supporting their apprentices. And so each year, we task our training officers with recommending employers that they believe are deserving of special recognition in the form of a JTL Recognition Award. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the Employer Recognition Awards are sponsored by the Electrical Contractors Association. The ECA is the UK's leading trade association representing and supporting the interests of businesses and organisations involved in electrotechnical and engineering services design, installation, inspection, testing, maintenance and monitoring. The ECA offers membership to businesses across the electrotechnical and engineering services industry, achieving the highest industry standards and certifications. And we're delighted to be joined today by Ruth Devine, ECA President, who would like to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Anyone that knows me knows I don't really like saying a few words, but it's a privilege to be here again today and to present these very important Employer Recognition Awards. And what a setting we have here. As John was saying earlier, the history in these walls is remarkable. From the simple weapons and armour to the sophisticated modern equipment, it's a strong reminder of how far our industry has come. Just like the items on display, our sector continues to evolve, blending craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. So you've heard today about the exciting future ahead for our industry, and I genuinely believe there's never been a more dynamic time to be involved. These Employer Recognition Awards are incredibly significant. As we all know, employers are the driving force of our sector. We, understand what's needed on the ground, the trends, the technology, and importantly, the skills we need to grow. Training providers like JTL play a vital role, but it's the collaboration between providers and employers that truly powers apprenticeship success. Without employers, there's no ability to develop the skills on the job in the real world of work. And that's what makes this training pathway so powerful. And we need more of that. Skills shortages for electrical and plumbing are nothing new, and they're ongoing. We're seeing more people leave the sector than entering, just as demand for skilled people continues to grow. So with major infrastructure, clean energy and housing projects on the horizon, this is a critical moment for our industry. We have the opportunity and the responsibility to meet these challenges. That starts with employers stepping up to invest in the next generation. And that's exactly what these award winners have done. By choosing to take on apprenticeships and support their development, you're not only investing in your own business, you're shaping the future of this industry. Each of our 6 regional winners has been chosen from almost 4,000 different employers that JTL partners with, and they stand out for their contribution and exceptional commitment to training and mentoring. So it's my great pleasure to present the 2025 JTL Employer Recognition Awards to the following exceptional companies. So for the North East, it's J&R Electrical. And unfortunately, Chris can't be with us today, so it's Roosevelt Alexander, the North East Training Delivery Lead, coming up to present the award. For the Northwest, we have Chris Bowker Limited. For the West region, Lowe and Oliver. Now the South region, it's Cardinal Electrical. Woo! And for the East region, it's Chroma Electrical. And they are not with us this afternoon, so Head of Delivery for East Region, Joe Timms, will come and receive the award. And last but not least, for Wales, it's Quartz Elec. Congratulations to all of the regional finalists, and thank you so much for your commitment and all that you do. Thank you.
So, thank you to Ruth, and thank you to our sponsor, the ECA, and a huge well done to all of our Employer Recognition Awards finalists and winners. And now we're going to move on to our Teaching Staff Awards. These awards, which incorporate the JTL National Tutor of the Year and the JTL National Training Officer of the Year, are sponsored by Electrotechnical News, a leading trade publication keeping electrical contractors up to date with topics such as sustainability, clean energy, industry skills, and legislation as the UK transitions to net zero. The winners of these awards will each receive a £500 My JTL Rewards voucher and their engraved glass trophy. And it's my pleasure to invite Nathan Woodhead, Director of Lila Media, publishers of Electrotechnical News, to the stage to announce the winners and help me present the awards. Our first award is JTL Tutor of the Year. This award is open to JTL tutors at each of our 16 training centres located across the country. It's designed to recognise tutors who have demonstrated exceptional teaching skills, dedication to their students, and to celebrate their significant contributions to learning and the development of both electrical and plumbing and heating apprentices. We've got 5 tutors who have reached the finals, and they are Ian Kilgarriff from our North East region, who teaches in JTL South Yorkshire, Wayne Bailey, Wayne Bailey in the Northwest team, who teaches at JTL Carlisle. Chris Skinner in our Western region, who's a tutor at JTL Birmingham. Jason Villard in the Eastern team, who teaches at JTL Norwich. And Lillian Branca from our Southern team, based at JTL Eastbourne. Now, we managed to whittle that field down to our top 3 who are with us in the room here today. They are Wayne, Chris and Lillian. And I'll now hand over to Nathan to announce the overall winner of the award.
The winner is Wayne Bailey.
Congratulations, Wayne. Our next Teaching Staff Award is the JTL Training Officer of the Year. And this recognises training officers who have demonstrated exceptional dedication and effectiveness in assessing and supporting our apprentices, and to celebrate those who have made significant contributions to the development of electrical and plumbing and heating apprentices at JTL. There are 6 training officers who have reached the finals, and they are Pablo Parra, representing the North East. Josh Bailey, representing the North West. James Glass, from our Western region. Laura Flint, from the Eastern region. Dan Hatton, from the Southern region. And finally, Michael Smith, representing Wales. Again, we've whittled this down to our top 3 training officers who are here today. That is Pablo, Dan and Michael. Congratulations. And I'll let Nathan announce the overall winner.
The winner is Pablo Parra.
Congratulations once again to all of our tutor and training officer finalists and to those winners. And thank you, Nathan and Electrotechnical News, for sponsoring that category. And now we're going to move on to our Apprentice Awards. Many of you will know that this process all begins at a regional level. Each year, our delivery teams are asked to nominate their recently completed apprentices who they think deserve special recognition. And there's a regional selection process culminating in regional winners being identified, and they're all here with us in the room today competing for that national award. This year, as well as celebrating the achievements of our completed apprentices with the National MES and Electrical Apprentice of the Year awards, we're also recognising our current first and second year apprentices with the introduction of a brand new Rising Star of the Year category. Chris Claydon and I had the pleasure of interviewing all the finalists. It's genuinely a highlight of both of our years, and it's been lovely to catch up with some of you in the room here this morning. It's a privilege to meet you, to hear your inspirational stories, and I hope you're all incredibly proud of your achievements so far. To be selected from nearly 1,500 recently completed apprentices and over 3,500 current first and second year apprentices, to be here in this room today is already an extraordinary accomplishment. So we're going to move on to our first category, the JTL National Rising Star of the Year Award. As I said, this award celebrates JTL apprentices in their first or second year who are showing exceptional promise, high quality, practical and theory work, dedication and the commitment to their apprenticeship programme. The winner will receive £250 in prize money, an engraved trophy and some goodies from Fix Radio, who we are delighted to have as the sponsor for this award. Fix Radio is the UK's only national radio station dedicated exclusively to tradespeople. Broadcasting on DAB and available online, it delivers music, banter and industry news tailored to builders, plumbers, electricians and more. Trusted by the trade, Fix Radio is built to entertain and support Britain's hardest working workforce. So before I announce the finalists, I'd like to invite Andrew Lloyd-Jones, Head of Direct Sales at Fix Radio, onto the stage to announce the winners with me. So I've got 7 finalists in this award. They are Dominic Walton, our North East finalist, who works for Wright Renewable Heating Limited. Emily Jones, representing the North West, who works for Balfour Beatty Kilpatrick. Daniel Farron from our Western region, who works for Kingston Electrical Limited. Abel Ondai for our Eastern region, who works for O'Connor Electrical Limited. Conor McEwen, also from our Eastern region, who works for Hallgate Links Limited. Alexandra Gugala for our Southern region, who works for SR Electrical Crowborough. And last but not least, Carwyn Winter, who works for Electrical Limited, representing Wales. All of you have more than earned your place here today. We're incredibly impressed by your attitudes to learning and the progress you're making. The interviews we held with you all in April were inspirational, and to hear from you directly on what drives you to make the most of your apprenticeship means a lot to us. Along with the rest of JTL and your employers and your families, we'll be watching with keen interest to see where your enormous potential takes you through your time both with JTL and beyond. As is tradition, this award can only go to one winner. Our winner today really exemplifies the Rising Star label. We could clearly understand why both their training officer and employer describe someone who takes a great deal of pride in their work, consistently demonstrating high standards for themselves and outperforming all expectations. But these aren't the qualities of someone that's focused only on their own journey. Our winner clearly demonstrates themselves as someone encouraging, a role model for their peers, someone who's willing to support their colleagues, take initiative, and always be ready to help. So that attitude, coupled with their capability, their work ethic, and their high standards, all ties together to show their indisputable potential to go far in this industry. Their training officer and employer both described their developing expertise and drive positions them as an important future player shaping an environmentally conscious industry. So I'll hand over to Andrew to announce the winner.
And the winner is Dominic Walton.
Congratulations again to Dominic and to all of our Rising Star finalists. Thank you, Andrew, and to Fix Radio for sponsoring that award. And now we're going to move on to our next award, the JTL National Mechanical Engineering Services Apprentice of the Year Award. We're happy to announce that this award is sponsored by UK Plumbing Supplies Limited. Over the course of our partnership, UKPS has supplied each of our plumbing and heating apprentices with state-of-the-art toolkits. So before we present the award itself, I'd like to extend a special thank you to UKPS for their generosity and ongoing support for JTL apprentices. This year's winner, along with receiving an engraved trophy, will today receive a voucher worth £500 to spend at their local UKPS store. And to help me present this prize, I'd like to invite Chris Burnett, Regional Director North East at UKPS, to join me on stage. So, the nominees for this year's JTL National Mechanical Engineering Services Apprentice Award are Connor Thompson from Northumberland, who works for ITC Plumbing and Heating Services Limited. Stephanie Hitch from Redditch, who works for Arcus FM. Kit Swerdlow from West Bridgeford in Nottingham, who works for PhD Plumbing Limited. And Bailey Sines from Clacton-on-Sea, who works for CLC Group. Again, all of you are so deserving of your place here today, and we're incredibly grateful for your hard work. But we do have one winner. In a strong field, this winner stood out for their tireless determination, their drive to learn, and their values. We were particularly impressed with their attitude towards their own development, their work ethic, integrity, and crucially, the importance they place on making the most of every situation as a learning opportunity. While our winner's time with JTL has come to an end, their employer is hopeful that they'll be with them for many years to come, and we understand their clients hope so as well. Our winner received a distinction in their endpoint assessment, which is the perfect illustration of the quality of their workmanship. When we interviewed this person, they talked about how much they feel they have to offer the industry. And I'm proud to say that from JTL's perspective, their capability is in no doubt to achieve that. So Chris, would you like to do the honours?
And the winner is Kit Swerdlow.
Well done, Kit. Well done to all of our finalists, and thank you, Chris, for presenting that award with me. We're now going to turn to the Paul McNaughton National Electrical Apprentice of the Year Award. The JTL Board of Trustees dedicated this annual award to their fellow trustee Paul back in 2022, in honour of his life in the building services engineering industry. Paul himself started as an electrical apprentice with Dark & Taylor, where he would eventually become chairman of that very same company. Following his untimely loss in 2022, the JTL board wanted Paul's passion for apprenticeships to live on in the namesake of this award, and he continues to be greatly missed. This year, the award is sponsored by Edmondson Electrical. Based in Knutsford, Cheshire, Edmondson Electrical is one of the UK's leading electrical distributors, offering a wide range of high-quality and cost-effective branded products. For a number of years now, Edmondson Electrical has been kindly supplying each of our apprentice electricians with industry-standard toolkits and CK-branded tools, providing them with all the essentials they need as they begin their careers. Edmondson Electrical will also be generously supplying this year's winner with a mega multifunction tester valued at over £1,000, and of course they'll receive their engraved JTL trophy. And I'm very pleased to invite Matt Ward, Head of Training and Development, to announce the winner and present this award on behalf of our sponsors, Edmondson Electrical. We've got 5 finalists in the running for the Paul McNaughton Electrical Apprentice of the Year. They are Drew Lattaway from Middlesbrough, who works for Mayville Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. James Cole from Morecambe in Lancashire, who works for Chris Bowker Limited. Samuel Boyd from Brynner in Wales, who works for G&C Electrical Limited. Daniel Brown from Brentwood, who works for T. Clark. And James Leyland from Worcester, who works for Midwest Electrical. Each of these 5 individuals stood out amongst nearly 1,500 others to be considered for this award today, and from interviewing all of them, I can assure you it really wasn't easy to choose just one winner. Our winner today, as for all of our finalists, deserves every success and is so worthy of this accolade. In the interview, they described themselves as someone who values working smart and working hard, an attitude that led them to complete their apprenticeship in just over 3 years, and now goes on to manage a £150 million site. But it wasn't just their achievements stood out, it was their motivations, how they aim to lead by example, inspire others, and be a true ambassador for apprenticeships. Their training officer described them as the best apprentice they'd had in 21 years. High praise indeed. A high achiever, our winner remains modest, patient, and a popular team member, to the extent that their training officer received glowing comments from other apprentices, including those in our winner's college group who were grateful for their help and support. This person's maturity, professionalism, and potential are unwaveringly evident, and they are someone JTL is really proud to have played a part in nurturing. So, without further ado, over to you, Matt, to announce the winner.
And the winner is Daniel Brown.
Congratulations, Daniel. Congratulations to all of the finalists in that category, and thank you, Matt and Emerson Electrical, for sponsoring that award. Finally, the JTL National Apprentice of the Year 2025. The winner of this year's award will receive the winner's silver cup, which they get to keep for a whole year, a glass trophy, which they get to keep for life, and £1,500 from JTL in prize money, which probably won't last as long as either of those things. The overall winner of our national awards this year goes to someone who has truly demonstrated outstanding determination, professionalism, and talent. A person known for working hard, who has time and again proven others' preconceptions wrong. Our winner displays exceptional combination of natural ability, motivation, and resilience. Invaluable. That word came up multiple times from both their training officer and employer, and it really wasn't difficult to see why they are such an asset to their team and still hold enormous potential for the future. In the face of many challenges, our winner's unwavering work ethic, talent, generosity of spirit meant that their every obstacle has been put behind them, including a first-time pass at endpoint assessment. This generosity of spirit, quietly evident to both Chris and I when we met them, now inspires others. This person now mentors and develops their colleagues. They are a worthy ambassador for apprenticeships, for their employer and for the industry. And I think I speak for all of JTL when I congratulate their winner on their unwavering resilience, drive and strength of character that, coupled with their humongous talent, has brought them here today. Before we invite the winner of this award onto stage, we'd like to share a short film with you that's how it tells a little bit more about their story.
My name's Paul Loftman. I'm managing engineer for the region, and I look after a bunch of people, of which Stephanie is one. Arcus are a maintenance company that work predominantly in the retail sector, and we look after a wide range of contracts across the country. My first impressions of Stephanie when I started working with her were how driven she is, how she's got so much get up and go and she's willing to do anything. She will get involved in any type of work that we've got. over the years, I've seen her grow. She's taken on more knowledge and more skills, and as far as I'm concerned, she gets better every day. She started out working in the building upstairs as a planner. She decided I don't think it was enough for her. She wanted to be doing a little bit more, working with the hands, working with the tools. So she decided to get herself an apprenticeship. Not only does she do electrical work, she's got plumbing skills, so she's also got a Cat 4 AC qualification as well, and we are actually putting her through for a Cat 1 as well, so she'll become an AC engineer as well as an electrician and a fully fledged maintenance engineer. We also use her with people coming into the business because she acts as a buddy for those new people, so she stays with them for a week or a month to show them the processes for the business, how we do things, some of the sites that we work on, who our clients are. She is a people person, yeah, she does enjoy working with people. She's always friendly and amiable, particularly with the client as well. She's great with our clients. So yeah, she's a really good all-rounder.
I'm David Tomlinson. I'm a tutor here at Dudley College of Technology, and I met Stephanie when she joined the apprenticeship scheme with JTL. What stood out about Stephanie when she joined the course was her eagerness to learn. She wanted to put so much effort in, and she wanted to really do well in her career and progress. Stephanie was an excellent learner. She got a fantastic personality. She was focused, her professionalism, her attention to detail was absolutely outstanding. She was a perfect learner for this course. She was amazing.
Stephanie should be considered for the National Apprenticeship of the Year because she's shown that she can do anything and is willing to do anything. She's taken on herself to gain her own knowledge. She enjoys what she's doing. She has got so much get up and go. There's no holding her back, there's no stopping her.
Just seen the recipient of this year's JTL National Apprentice of the Year Award is Stephanie Hitch.
Well, congratulations, Stephanie, Daniel, Kit, and all the finalists and everyone who participated. I think once again we can all appreciate the excellent work and the future of the industry that we work with is safe while we've got learners like that coming through. So I'll just ask for another round of applause for all those finalists and winners. And while the future is safe with them, we need more of them. And, you know, the call to arms for everyone in this meeting here today, but more broadly, is how do we get more? Despite the numbers of electricians and plumbers we're training, and that's gone up overall over the last 3 years, we're still not training enough. We need more employers coming forward. We've got the learners. We need more ability to deliver that training. I'm hoping that the government will rise to that challenge. They've recognised some of the issues that are coming, and the Chancellor, as I stand here, is making a slightly less important speech in the House of Commons on the spending review, and let's see what that reveals in terms of actually putting some real power behind the skills need. But this country will only progress with skilled people. And for too long, the skills system has been downgraded. It now needs to be really revitalised, turbocharged to deliver all of those things that we as a country need, that our economy needs. So that's my message to all as you go away from seeing all this fantastic talent. The young people out there who want to progress, who can do so well, is what can we do to find more of those people and give more of those people the opportunities for the future. Thank you very much.